Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh and this is your JIS News for Monday, May 20. Government is drastically cutting the waiting period for persons to have their houses or buildings approved for electricity down from 95 days to 18 days. While addressing last Friday's JIS think tank, Energy Minister Favour Williams said the reduced waiting time was being facilitated under the new Government Electrical Regulator GER. Previously, persons had to contract a certified electrician to do the installation, then have a government inspector examine and pass the building before electricity could be provided.
In the new paradigm that we're shifting to, we are saying to the certified electricians, you have a chance now to become a certified inspector. And so we will dramatically increase the number of inspectors that are available to come out and take a look at the jobs. But important to this is that the Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology will have a database in the background that will keep track of all the electricians, all the inspectors.
Minister Williams says the new system will allow customers to keep track of work done, which will be updated periodically by electricians and inspectors. She says the change will help to increase Jamaica's ranking in the Global Doing Business report. In other energy news, the Portfolio Minister says the Jamaica Public Service Company's 190 megawatt power plant being built in Old Harbour is scheduled to be commissioned in July. The natural gas power plant is being constructed at a cost of $330 million. During her recent contribution to the 2019-2020 sectoral debate, Minister Favour Williams also advised that the construction of the 94 megawatt power plant in Clarendon was progressing successfully and would be commissioned in 2020.
This will improve the electricity generation landscape and provide more stability and reliability for the electricity grid.
National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang says the recent completion of Phase 1 of the Burke Barracks in St. James will enable a more efficient approach to JDF deployment in the western end of the island. He says a similar development is scheduled for Westmoreland as soon as the appropriate area is located. This is part of the Jamaica Defence Force's overall strategy to establish geographic commands across the island.
This is the first phase of establishing a garrison unit in Western area of operation. The unit will cover the parishes of St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, and Trelawney, and there will be a large further build-out at the Montpelier in St. James in due course.
The two-story Burke Barracks was constructed at a cost of $708 million and will house 264 JDF soldiers. Phase 2 will be built at an additional $896 million and accommodate another 264 JDF personnel. The JDF Burke Barracks, which traditionally houses the 3rd Battalion of the Jamaica National Reserves, will now house the 2nd Battalion. The new barracks now establishes the stage for planning, training, marine operation, deployment, and reset for troops. Chairman of the Economic Growth Council ECG, Michael Lee Chin, is encouraging Jamaicans to take advantage of the positive outturns in the economy by way of investing. Mr. Lee Chin says persons should look to invest in assets such as stocks, starting a business, or owning a home or piece of land. He was speaking at the EGC's 8th quarterly report last Wednesday.
So the logic would be, given the confidence, we should be the ones who are jumping in first and investing. The reality is that's not the case. The reality is the foreigners are the ones who are now leading the way. We need to correct that backwardness. We need to make sure as Jamaicans that we take advantage of the opportunity that is now.
Among the high-performance elements of the economy are the lowering of GDP to under 100%, net international reserves of more than $3 billion, and inflation rate at 2.4%. The EGC chairman also mentions the all-time low 1.25% Bank of Jamaica policy interest rate, consumer confidence high of over 177.5 points, and business confidence of 151 points.
We are at a good time now. We have tightened we have gone through a difficult time over the last 6 years. It's now time to harvest the sacrifices that we have made and deliver 5 in 4 to next generation.
And finally, Minister of Transport and Mining Robert Montague says he is in discussions with the Agriculture Minister to acquire the Holland Bamboo Airstrip in St. Elizabeth to facilitate domestic flight operations. Minister Montague says the airstrip is close to Appleton Estate, which will allow for an increase in tourist visits to the estate and surrounding areas.
30,000 Jamaicans visited the Appleton Estates, and every single one of them went by road. And it not near. And therefore, more persons could visit Appleton if we could fly people close to them.
Minister Montague was speaking at a recent ceremony to open a pilot's lounge at the Tinson Pen Aerodrome. He says there are also plans to invest in the Lionel Densham Aerodrome to have domestic flights accessible to the south coast region of the island. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.